Wola abusia yama obi akwaba na ene de yeguso a ya yehwe na yedi enkomo na monteso na ensema ekoso tokromu nyina yedi aba na samre ya me no kasai yekopiem ewo mampani atena ya ewo the House of Chiefs empenimfo woni no edi ensawoso isanse wono ne to nsafre wo so wonkomo bia woni wo ewo edie ya Standing Order Committee of the National House of Chiefs ene de wo ne the President John Dramani Mahama edi enhyem nkomo ben ena efiri hoba na edwumade na se no Mamponghene de se bia todwa ebekwa kwa kotinse no na mindi kan bo no tofa kakra bi ma wa wahu Mamponghene se mo kire mu nyina ne se wo manya ntie ehunu ono se ono kra de TV so no hu no se o mampani John Dramani Mahama amanya se ministries a working kabum no ebi aka wo mo ye the chieftaincy ministry no ade a wanya ntie se opani ni peso yi di free ho na wo kire mu se wo be strada se opani no wonyai.
To our first meeting as the Standing Committee of the National House of Chiefs. We graciously do welcome you, and once again, congratulations. You've done well, and as majority of us anticipated, that you go through our normal constitutional provisions, etc., etc., Ghana is safe. We thank you again for that. There's peace prevailing in the kingdom. If the outgoing illustrious president couldn't set a good tone or set a good tone, a lot depended on you as incoming. Fortunately for Nananum and our respective kingdoms, you graciously also extended your arm with good, ample opportunity for you to meet the president, outgoing president, and the two of you together, everything prevailed calm for Mother Ghana. We thank you once again for that. This is an important and impromptu meeting, if just someone else, but as you touched on, we shall reserve a lot of the detailed discussion because there's a lot to be done. Because most of us have, at least I got to know it through TV3, that our ministry is no more the ministry as it is. There's a lot to be done structurally, and also with regard to how we interpret our constitutional standing and provisions, and vis-a-vis the Chieftaincy Act. What is most important to most of us is right down from the word go. I think this is an opportunity time for us, the National House of Chiefs, to once again go back and reassert ourselves. J.J. Rawlings set the tune after taking over and created chieftaincy, etc., and so on. Those of us who are old men now, I had my 86th birthday 4 or 5 days ago. That is 31st December, you already know it. He re-established the secretariat under National House of Chiefs, the then president, etc. So we had direct control, direct negotiation, dealings with the presidency, till subsequently other leaders changed it. These are opportunity for us to review all those situations and masters, but we shall talk about it in detail when it is time. And then also, what is so vital to us is the standing and the role of our staff. If we go back to the parent law, constitution, it is Our Excellency the President that ought to provide staffing for the National House of Chiefs, regional houses of chiefs to work and take properly. Nowhere does anybody encounter civil service commission, whatnot. They stay in Accra over here and sit over here, and they can go over her head and promote somebody from Kumasi just to cite that off the record without our knowing or hearing anything about it. It is the president that ought to provide staffing for the regional houses per se and the national house. All these are detailed issues you shall work on and shall go by. And then he also graciously hinted about some portions of the constitution that ought to be touched on, amended, molded, and whatnot to make it a living document. We are graciously ready We've got some of our old documents there. We remember when old Professor Mills created this Constitutional Review Committee. Nananum did not sleep. I think it was under Professor Debile's period or so. We sat down, did some yeoman's work, homework properly. Sleepless nights. We presented them to him. And then what happened? Virtually 99.9% of what we recommended were just jettisoned and thrown away.
Now, a bit history about this chieftaincy ministry, from the time of Nana Kwame Nkrumah, not Saudi and War, now a who here the pay sans Sabrina Ghana, Fini free saying, and Intina was a winya institution be a bit me out to between Nananam for not nothing, so a year or mano, SUD for the presidency, and until almost establishes our ministry. Now, do a baby in the times of the military regimes, I hold on everybody, so now every free ho. Later on, in the time of Jerry John Rawlings, penny 40 was so added by Bill, Emma, yes, also the chieftaincy ministry by no crop and now so Emma, the National House of Chiefs, no better, says so didn't you want a hoarding so a fina, woman so ewa no any albino. Now, Constitution prior to the 1992 Constitution, and I know the Akutini woman plan no, and Yana Mamponghene that's do say a tosum unity, you say. Nanamo Emwa, na womo intimi, and that's bre or sables, no, Mr. That's what to say. Nanamo Shamwana ministry in San Brebium. Now, and do baby, I sing Kumia and Chinuason in Tokabia, ye Timidabano, Nina, so intimi and free honor. Now, you are John Dramani Mama, you're president of Ghana, and so. They are 2 biya chire mu say ni anananom kan nyina wate na o see oba akonwa betena akonwa so from the 7th of January den tena akonwa so no security report otie no mudodo na more than the year or hanche mu adu okono 90% going kra no chieftaincy issue ana say nananom hemfo ye bi obi tena akonwa so no obi si onte ne ho ase ne sansense ne bi no nema bi a wotetete eno ntino ni nananom kan no so ni wo mo bekoso di nkomodi sa so na otimi so ahwe aboa ma nananom nsem a ye to ba bi a edi tinwa shoba no ni nyina nso atumi afiri ho yema mpani John Dramani Mahama so edi nkomo ekyerete nsemu kakra.
In all the security briefings I've got after December 7th, the issue of chieftaincy disputes has become a major issue. Anytime a chief passes away and a new chief has to be selected, invariably 2 rival chiefs or 3 rival chiefs suddenly appear. In the 1992 Constitution, it was decided from the unpleasant experiences of the past where government used to interfere in chieftaincy matters to leave the issue of chieftaincy completely to the chiefs themselves. That is the National House of Chiefs and the regional houses of chiefs. But then I do think that there are issues that come up, especially with the selection of new chiefs that creates security crisis. And so when law and order breaks down, government is called in to protect the peace. And so I think that we must work with you to see how we can prevent this from happening. I know when I came through your palaces, many of you raised the issue of the Supreme Court ruling barring chiefs from summoning their subjects to their palaces. And so when the opportunity comes to look at the Constitution again, I'm sure that you will have a position that you can present to be able to look at that aspect of it in order that we are able to make clear what the lines of authority are in respect of our traditional rulers.
Na yabano between ohine anase nananom hemfo any mampani for entemu no so no yade a hu hia ye person so bi a obeba so be this president obetimi a successful a so utumi ne nananom hemfo no e corporation anase wo munkuta hudie no ekọ nanim pa ye behwe nansen a ne amobo ediba efri miai ahodo siremu bi koso ma ntokwa bebre na sie na bantuma hene krampo ni nkasa yemu na obeka kire mu se yade a sisi kuranye Ghana for na ye do ye ho na ye mpe basabasa yo a nka hinsem timi de basabasa ye bebre ene de aba eno so ye nsem kakra free ho mo de ba nti quickly no sa ene ne free ho eba abusia ye nwura mu ewo ensem fufuro mu na ye nko ye ni mo right now every the Parliament House Accra in eba in penifat ya womu evete the finance minister yura Kiosel Ato Forsen enunti samre o tiadwam na oyi nsama no komo de akoso pa bi mo etwafa kokwakua fo ho eno so airside wo ho na samre de wo de ato bia kire mu se e lebi no a penifo de ba ye nam so ma wo mu eyi tobu tu ne di fi wo no omo be san di tobu tu na san ba biem na so wo ka de necessity bo se senia wo share bo ewo opposition se wo ba wo be di tobu tu no be san ba biem no wo so wo be san di aba na ne kasa ye mu no oyi nsama no a ye bi san wo floor ho no mo se mu na mo share bo opposition some de beba na den na mo ya fa no se no e na be ma Ghana enye sika de abo no ho brade a wo mo NDC wo ma ya crowd so be san di tobu tu no asan so ababiom.
The previous government, in the process of introducing e-levy, abolished road tolls. As you have committed to remove e-levy, would you consider to bring back road toll collections? And what is your take on property rate collections as well? Because they attempted to centralize it and they reversed it with the previous government attempted centralization of property rate collections, and they reversed it with the explanation that there were some challenges. What was the toll and property rate?
Mr. Chairman, thank you. Mr. Chairman, the previous government indeed removed the road toll. But getting to the end, they signaled that road toll is coming back. Mr. Chairman, they submitted to Parliament, it was not laid, a concession agreement with the company to reintroduce the road tolls. I have a copy. Mr. Chairman, the NDC indicated from day one that the road toll will come back. We are not running away from it. In fact, the Honorable Haruna Idrisu, at the time, the minority leader, said that the NDC promises to bring back the road toll. The Hansard will bear us out. We have not run away from that fact. So, I can assure you, we are a party that sticks to our promises. And whatever we have promised to do, we'll do just that. If the road toll is a way to raise revenue, we'll raise the revenue. And the road toll, if you use the road, you have to pay a toll. And it's all over the world. Ghana won't be the first country, won't be the last one. You have to contribute towards the road maintenance. And so the only thing is we have to collect the revenue effectively and efficiently so that we can plow it towards the maintenance of those roads. Thank you.
Na omodi ayo senye Ghana nkwa na operate toll we wo wi ase amansan nyina mu bi adwuma wo ho ya eno boa pa ma obi obefa kwan bia so no ye gene kakra na ye de atoto ba bi ye na ma ban so etimi de ayempuntunuma no ntino won ka enjojo ho wo kwan bia so se wonum NDC amanyokuro no won besan so de ye road toll boot no so asan so ababium na omanfo so akoso edi ensawoso wasa kwan so Old Burger TV ne obetimi subscribe to your channel no na wa share asan so like mo bi nsanka bi na ye nyina ye fan trabusu no me ma ajo e frame opon chiche bless.